What's up, guys? So I was cruising around the articles that pop up in my email, and I saw something that was super interesting, and I thought I would share it with you guys. And it has to do with this political bill that was just passed on Friday. And I was like, man, I got to share this with the tech community or the KeepItTechie community. Just show you guys that there are plenty of jobs that are finna come within the cybersecurity field. So let's hop right over to the article and get started. And before I get started with reading the article, I want to remind you guys to go down and hit the like button and go down and share the video if you can. We got to get this out to as many people as possible. I mean, because my videos, I try to push certain things that I see, you know what I'm saying, and someone may not have heard about, you know, what I'm reading, especially if it has something to do with like cyber or tech or Linux. I try to throw that in there as well. But by you guys liking and sharing and supporting the channel, you know, it helps get things out. And I know I'm not the only one talking about this, but in general, it will make people aware of what's actually going on. But let's go down and start reading the article. But the title of the article, it says more than 500 million for cybersecurity included in sweeping House passed package. And this article was put out at the end of the day on Friday. And I put this to the side, like I said, because I wanted to make a video about it. And I finally got the time to actually do it. So let's go down and get to it. But it says the House approved more than 500 million in cybersecurity funding on Friday as part of its version of President Biden's roughly 2 trillion Build Back Better package. The social and climate spending bill passed by a narrow vote of 2020 to 2013. Will mostly funnel those funds to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, also known as CISA, to help address issues including cybersecurity, workforce training, as well as state and local government cybersecurity. The package gives 100 million to CISA for cybersecurity risk mitigation issues, 100 million for cybersecurity workforce and training, 50 million for moving to a secure cloud architecture, and a further 50 million to research and develop strategies to secure industrial control systems. So I thought that was super interesting. My man Gabe A can kind of talk about that. I know he deals with that on a day-to-day basis, as well as securing industrial control systems. Well, I'm not sure about his job now, but I know that's something that he was concerned about when he brought up the type of jobs that he worked. And if you guys are interested, go on and check out that interview I did with Gabe A little while back, where we talked about his background and what he does in cybersecurity, which was a very interesting interview. But anyway, let's get back to it. It says the bill also designates 35 million for CISA to provide funding to the Multi-State Information Sharing and Analysis Center, and then 15 million for an effort to train teachers on cybersecurity, and 50 million for CISA Cyber Sentry programs, which monitor the network of critical infrastructure groups for threats. So this is why I keep telling you guys that the IT industry is going to be here forever, especially when it comes to cybersecurity. There are going to be jobs, constant jobs coming, and are currently available right now for you to get into it. You just have to acquire the skills and the wherewithal of navigating this industry. But it also says beyond CISA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, was given a total of 100 million to help state, local, territorial, and tribal government recruits and train a cyber workforce and move to more secure website domains, which is interesting. That's something, you know, a lot of people are still doing. You know, there are a lot of unsecure websites out there, and the first thing that pops up to mind for me is pen testing, how a lot of people, you know, pen test websites, as well as cross-site scripting. So if you understand pen testing or red team, then you can definitely get in on this as well. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be millions of dollars out there. So therefore, a whole bunch of jobs that are needed to be filled. And then right here, it says, I could not be recruiter that the House Democrat majority came together today with a sense of urgency to deliver for the people and to tackle climate change and a wide range of other challenges that put our communities at risk. That's from the House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Benny Thomas. And that's dope right there. That's Benny Thompson right there. And what made me look into his background is because he went to J-State or Jackson State, if you guys didn't know, which is a HBCU down in Jackson, Mississippi. But he also states it also invests in cybersecurity and infrastructure security agencies to help state and local governments develop secure and resilient critical infrastructure networks by, among other things, accelerating state and local government's transition to .gov domains and increasing capacity to hire network defenders. So it's coming from the horse's mouth. They are definitely trying to get more people into these fields. And one thing that comes to mind for me was the whole pipeline hack that happened earlier this year. This is one of the reasons why they put a lot of this into this bill that was passed. But then it says the cybersecurity fund in the bill, or the latest efforts by Congress and the Biden administration to fund security priorities following a year of escalating cyber attacks and key organizations. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Escalating cyber attacks on key organizations, such as ransomware attacks on the colonial. Yeah, and I didn't even know this was in the article. I didn't pre-read this article, but yeah, the colonial pipeline is exactly what I was thinking about, as well as that meat processing plant that happened earlier this year. So that all happened around May. But yeah, it says the 1.2 trillion infrastructure package signed into law by President Biden earlier this week includes $1 billion over 4 years to fund state and local cybersecurity efforts, and an area where money has been lacking, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. The broader Build Back Better package, which Republicans uniformly oppose, still has to make it through the Senate before it has a chance to being signed into law by President Biden. I look forward to a swift package by the Senate so that it can be signed by President Biden and begin to improve the lives of our constituents across the country. So this bill hasn't passed the Senate yet. It has to go through that process before it can get signed into law. But hopefully it does, because this is going to definitely ramp up the cybersecurity field a whole lot more, especially in government. So looking ahead, you should definitely look at getting into the IT field, especially cybersecurity, because a lot of this is coming down the pipe as long as this thing gets passed. Now, whether you agree with the Biden administration or not, this is beneficial to the cybersecurity field, and I definitely think you guys should start looking into it. It's if you're interested in making a career change or you want to get into cybersecurity. Tech is going to be here to stay. You know, the tech jobs are constantly growing. I've done videos talking about how there are plenty of jobs in the tech field that are not filled currently, and this bill, if it passes, will add to that as far as the amount of jobs that are available. So definitely look into it if you're interested. Look into the IT field. But please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down in the comments below. And of course, keep it techie.